How's it going, people? This is Jay Shady, and I'm here to review and talk about this week's episode of Breaking Bad. This was the third episode of Season 5, Part 2, called Confessions. I know I didn't review last week's episode. I watched it pretty late, figured why even do a review if it's so late, but I just finished watching this episode tonight, so I'm here to review it. I thought it was another fantastic episode. The Season 5, Part 2 has these three episodes to me have been just fantastic. The way they've been building up slowly, but you could feel the tension in it. Even though there's not a bunch of shootouts, nothing absolutely crazy action-wise is happening, but you could feel it slowly building up. It's like an onion shedding its layers upon layers upon layers, and you feel it's getting there, and it's just amazing. Now, a lot of people probably think, oh, this is such a boring finish to the show, but, that's for the casual, dumbass, average viewer that, just wants to watch Michael Bay stuff. But to me, this second half so far of Season 5 is some of the most well-made Breaking Bad episodes of all time. The way they're slowly and organically working towards that explosive finale, and the creator Vince Gilligan said it best. He likes to spread out those big bang shocking moments. This way you appreciate them more. If every episode was a big bang shocking explosion moment, they kind of start wearing thin and they become stale and boring. But to me, the tension just keeps on increasing, and they're doing it so smartly and intricately and intelligently, and just keeping me on the edge of my fucking seat with what is going to happen next. It's just great stuff. I'm glad, this isn't a weak ending to the show. But the cold opening for this episode was with Todd and his uncle, and they're putting together their own meth operation, and they're heading towards New Mexico. Now, I've been thinking this for the past 2 weeks, because these guys have been kind of off the radar lately in the storylines. But I think Todd and his crew is going to play a huge part at the end of this show. I don't know what it's going to be, but there's got to be some reason why they're just showing us little clips of Todd and Lydia and his uncle. I think there's going to be something big happening with them. They're going to get really involved with Walter's story, and something huge is going to go happen, and they're going to be the cause of it. I do believe that. So yeah, that was the cold opening, but this episode was mostly about two storylines, which is the furthering the Walt and Hank storyline, and Jesse. Finally, Jesse got an episode that was, due for him, because I felt like he was getting a little boring, I was kind of like, with the whole Jesse and zombie mode. Like, I understood he was, trying to grasp his life again, trying to grasp his morals, and he just, I get that. Like, he started to feel like shit, started to regret all the things he's done, and wanting to repent, and just became a zombie. But I'm glad he snapped out of it, because Aaron Paul is such a great actor, and I actually want to see him work rather than just look around like in the zombie state and not say anything. So Hank comes into the room where that last episode left off, and he tries to get Jesse to turn on Heisenberg. He lets Jesse know that Hank knows that Walt is Heisenberg, but Jesse doesn't give in. So, we got Jesse going. Jesse's back, being a coherent human being. One of the other great story was with Walt and Hank. They have first Marie tries to get Walter Jr. to come over his house, doesn't work. Come over her house, doesn't work. Then Walt, Skyler, Hank, and Marie have a meeting at this restaurant, and this scene is just great. The scenes with Walt and Hank are fucking phenomenal. They're playing cat and mouse. They're both trying to one-up each other. And they're talking, and Hank's letting him know that he's not going to let up. And then Walt hands him a DVD and walks away. And it's like, holy shit. It looks like he just gave him his confession DVD and said, here you go. Here's your evidence. You can lock me away. Just leave my family alone. But what does Walt do in classic Heisenberg style. He makes this DVD as a confession to the DEA, saying that Hank was the one who was the mastermind of the meth operation. He hired Walt as his chemist. He threatened Walt to never leave, and he would beat him up and, threaten his family and all this stuff. And he was the one that killed Gus Fring, and Walt is scared for his life. Holy fucking shit, I did not see that coming. Just epic fucking Heisenberg shit, one-upping his opponent, This is, the Walter White that we've come to love or hate, whatever it is. But, classic. Sent that as a threat to Hank not to, go after him, or else he'll give this DVD to the DEA. So there was that, and then there was also the Jesse storyline. Walt is telling Jesse it's best for him to leave town. They meet in this desert. Jesse's worried that Walt might, try to kill him if Jesse doesn't agree with this, and he calls Walt out and says, why don't you just say it like it is? You want me to leave. Stop trying to be my father. Stop trying to give me advice. Just say what you want. Just say you either want me to leave or you're going to kill me like you killed Mike. And then Walt hugs Jesse, and Jesse starts crying on his shoulder. A nice bonding moment. And then Jesse calls the guy that Saul knows that makes you vanish and get you a new identity. So he sets that up. He has dope on him while he's at Saul's office, but Saul says to get rid of the dope. Jesse doesn't. He leaves, and then he's waiting for the guy to pick him up, and then as he's going to his pockets, he realizes his dope's been lifted from him, and in the office, he was pretty close to Huel, and it all fucking comes together. Right when he was about to leave, he realizes that Saul had Huel lift the ricin cigarette from him in the office, and that it was Walt all along who poisoned Brock and came up with that whole fucking plan. It was like you kind of knew this was going to happen, but it was like, holy shit. Same with when Hank found the book with Gail saying to my other WW, you knew Hank was going to find out, but you were like, holy shit. And Jesse doesn't go into the car, doesn't run away. He comes back to Saul, beats the shit out of him, steals his gun, and at the end of the episode, it looks like he's going to burn down Walter's house. He's throwing gasoline all over. The episode ends. Holy fucking shit. All the tension just keeps on building and building. Everybody is just getting into this huge fucking tense mode. This intense mode, where it's like, what the fuck is going to happen? Emotions are high. On Hank's case, on Walt's case, on Jesse's case, on Skyler's case. It's just going to be fucking chaos. I don't know what is going to go down, but I am sure there's going to be some crazy shit. It's going to be an insane last 2 episodes with the fallout from all this stuff. What is going to happen between Jesse and Walt? Is one going to kill the other? I mean, what an episode, man. What a closeout to this series. The best series on TV. What could arguably be the greatest TV series of all time. It just does not let up, this show. Another phenomenal episode, and yeah, looking forward to this. What the hell is going to happen between Jesse and Walt now that Jesse pretty much hates Walt and, he's about to burn the motherfucker's house down? Is Jesse going to talk to Hank? I don't know. We'll see, but there you go. There's my review. Love the episode. Yep, there it is. I'll be back next week with episode 4 of season 5 part 2, and we'll be halfway done with this last season of Breaking Bad, sad but true. So there you are. I'm Jay Shady, the voice of reason. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later.